it was probably the first alarm bell I had as well, that maybe things we were being told in the news weren't quite right. That and the narrative on Israel was always very dodgy.
Yeah, and
I got
JFK, that was a
to,
strange one.
yeah, well, I went to school with a Jordanian who was a Palestinian refugee before she was Jordanian. So I got some perspective there, and I thought, no, she can't. I've seen the news, I've seen the pictures. She can't be right. And of course, now I look back and go, yeah, she probably was.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah, but this idea of 2030 is basically what we got here, some sort of James Bond villain trying to take over the world.
Yeah, he just needs like a cat like Bigglesworth, doesn't he, in his lap?
And so,
hello, Mr. Bond.
Yeah. So what do we think it all means?
It means, well, they told us in Forbes magazine, didn't they, in 2016? They said,
oh God, I didn't know that far.
Yeah, in 2016 they said by 2030 you'll have nothing and like it. Now I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like
happy. It basically means they'll have everything and we'll have to lump it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. And then they've got these groups. They've obviously set up these think tanks to see how the best way they can do this in an age where we have the internet. So the spotlight is on them to a larger degree than ever has been in history. And maintain plausible deniability so that they can backtrack. So it hopefully, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but as far as the COVID narrative, especially in places like England and some of the states in America like Florida and Texas and other places, they seem to have hit a wall as far as what they wanted to do, as far as pivoting off COVID to bring in vaccine passports.
But now they've got the technology in place. I think they're just skimming ahead, whatever we think, whether we like it or not. And it's going to come in by the ID thing is going to come in with the currency. That seems to be what they're trying to do now. So is by having this hyperinflation, which then they're causing it. This is really annoying. But they're causing it, and then they ride in on their white horses and rescue it.
Yeah, always problem reaction solution.
I mean, to me, this is incredibly sinister because central digital currency, it means it's controlled by the government or whoever's controlling our government, and it means it can be switched off. It's
it does.
We're in on the naughty step, which let's face it, is quite likely, isn't it?
And we don't have to look far. I mean, we don't have to look to some science fiction novel. We just have to look to China. And already they've got that live in the CCP have that live. Yeah. And if you say the wrong thing, I saw an interview with this guy in China. He'd probably been like us, just having these kind of discussions. And then he found that he couldn't get on a train, he couldn't get on a plane, he couldn't do anything